time here on Photo Finish Live. Major race. And away they go here in the Pinnacle Championship. And it's King Roger from in between horses who shoots out to lead along with Maccabi Lefty. And it's Molly Quirk also up there with the top trio. And it's FOMO again down at the rail. Back up to third, fifth place, that's Nero. And it's Franck in sixth here with about 5 to make up from the early leader. As they head to the opening turn, quarter in the books, 23 and change. We're heading 5 furlongs, left turning on the dirt, blinking it's over. And
What's up, everybody? Oh no, the audio's working fine. What's up, everybody? I didn't think my audio was going to work because we haven't used the Friday night races in a long time. It's been a long time since we've been live on Friday night for Photo Finish Live Racing, but this is a special weekend. And of course, I got the one and only Mo Knowz with me. What's up, Mo? How are we doing tonight?
Yo, what up, all? Good to be back, man. Good to be back on the old YouTubes. A little night at the races on Friday. Yeah, brother, big week. You've been keeping up?
And it's a big night tonight, too, because we have our horse that our Dow, 9 people so far together. We chipped in a little bit of money, and we went and got ourselves a nice horse to race, and she's going to be racing for the first time tonight. Shout out to Mustus is in the chat. What's up, Mustus? What's up, Kid Arcade? We got VV Arcade here as well. Drew Pear's in the house, and Drew Pear is one of our Dow members, and I'm sure he's here to see the race. It's going off in like 8 minutes. It's going to be the first time, the first race ever for our filly. She's a B+. But she's got some nice stats, and I was excited about this race, and then I saw the field, and I was talking about this in our Discord. Man, these horses look tough. They all got good stats as well. You look at Fuzzy over here with 3 stars on everything. Our horse is Joyride. She's a filly. You can see she's got decent stats here with 3 stars on right, 3 stars on turf, and 2 stars on firm. But there's some stiff competition here. It doesn't show their records here, Mo. Is that a new thing? This is the first time we've played the game since it's gone live. We've been streaming since beta version 1, beta version 2, beta version 3, and now for the first time we are streaming the actual live game. And Mo, do you know from the updated user interface if you can't see the number of races, or are all these horses racing for the first time?
So you can click on the horses themselves. It's
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I keep saying it should have like an expand all, collapse all button. So you can just kind of go one shot. Yeah. You have to click on each one, and it'll click on the next one, and click on the next one. But yeah, you can still see all that information, but they do hide it.
Yeah, this is a maiden race. It starts in about 7 minutes, like I was saying, and this is our Dow horse. And none of these horses have won a race before. But I'm still worried because those stats on those horses are looking pretty tough. What's up, True Stoners in the house? Thank you, Mustard says he's cheering for us. I don't know. If we get top 3, I'll be happy. But seeing those stats, I'm a little worried. I got another race tonight, too. And this is my free horse that's going to be racing. Whenever you start a stable for Photo Finish Live, you get sent a free horse. I probably shouldn't have named it Rug Pull. But I don't know. I felt like since it was a free horse, it was a good name for it. I named him Rug Pull, and he's rug pulled me so far. He's ran 1 race, and he has not won it. He got last place, but I'm running him again tonight. I think that race is at 8 o'clock, so an hour from now, and we'll see Rug Pull running in a free race. And they do these free races. Like I said, if you start up an account, you get one of the free horses. You can run in the free races, and they say they're going to have some type of like tournaments and other things that you can do with these free horses that might earn you real horses in the future, or maybe Derby, or maybe Crown. Have you heard more about that, Mo?
No, they've really talked too much about that. But yeah, I mean, I would assume they'd try to steer people into some sort of paid opportunity, right? Again, maybe it's maybe when the C and the D horses become a thing, because if you look at the ratings on the pages, I mean, there are C's and D's. So I mean, who knows? Maybe it's just people can duke it out for a C horse, and you could take over the C division, right, when it's new, something like that. But I see it more like a path to the real money type of thing. So I would hope sooner rather than later. Just really depends on how many people come in,
Yeah, true, absolutely. And let me get into some of the technicalities of this now that we have a marketplace again. We didn't have a marketplace during version 3, and now you have horses that you can buy on the market. So all these horses have to be Gen 0 because there hasn't been any breeding yet. My question to you, Mo, is are these horses NFTs?
So I mean, I wish they weren't, but unfortunately, they are. They are on a blockchain. That's where they're stored. That's where the data lies. They are minted when the horses are going to be bred. They're going to be minted. However, similar to Vivi and other closed ecosystems, the horses are not able to be transferred outside of the wallet, basically. Um, and honestly, if you wanted to sell it out in the open market, I think once the horses are born or traded in, I think it's probably done. I don't think there'll be much of a market outside of the in-game marketplace. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think the crypto bros are going to keep this game going. I think it's going to be the people who are like, "Oh shit, here's my credit card. Give me my derby. Give me my horse." Right?
Yeah, you might be right. I don't know. Those Zed Run horses, some of them did pretty well on OpenSea, but did they even have their own market? It's been so long since I played Zed Run, so I'm not sure. So you might be right about that. There's no reason really to take them out of the environment they're in. So I didn't realize they weren't going to be interoperable, but I thought they weren't even NFTs at all because whenever we got our horse, we had the NFT for it, which was the ticket, and we burnt the ticket. So we burnt the NFT to get the horse for the game. So I felt like it was no longer an NFT since we burnt the NFT, but apparently, as Mo says, it is indeed an NFT.
Yep, it is. Yeah, like I said, I kind of wish they weren't because I would like to see us in a closed ecosystem here because I don't really give two shits about NFTs and crypto these days. I just want a good platform, with a well-running game and just make some money. I mean, that's really all I give a damn about these days.
Well, there's a lot of crypto whales, Solana whales that are into the game because it is a Solana project, so we don't want to scare those people away. Musta says we should have named our horse Pepe. She's a girl, though. Although that would be a very popular name. I almost guarantee that it's taken already. I'm sure somebody named one of their S Plus horses Pepe that they paid $20,000 for. All right, let's check out the horses that are in this race coming up. It doesn't even show us the stable. I guess if you click down, you can see the stable. I want to see some of these new stables too. Like I said, this is the first time we've streamed since the game has gone live. We've been streaming since the first beta version, and right now they are actually at the Kentucky Derby. They just signed a deal. We've been talking about it a little bit in our last PFL streams that they signed a multi-year deal with Churchill Downs and the Kentucky Derby. So they're over there advertising and getting a lot of eyes on it right now. We're going to look at some of the advertising that they've been showing on their Twitter in between races. All right, but first we got to get ready for this race. Does Pepe have a gender? Oh, I don't know. I don't want to misgender Pepe. All right, we got
Eh.
Zapole. What do you know Pepe's gender, Mo?
No, no.
Oh, all right. I wish you did. All right, we got Zapole here in the one spot from Sugar Daddies. We got Fuzzy from OD Stables. We're going to see a bunch of new stable names that we haven't seen before. We got Donut from La Jolla Farms. We have seen that stable before. We got Fold from Animal Farm. Lily Coy, maybe? From La Jolla Farms. The cats are fighting. Quit fighting. Be nice. All right, sorry. We got Like a Rolling Stone from Last Chance Ranch. That's hard to say. Last Chance Ranch. That's a mouthful. Alana's Glory from Moni's. We got Brigadier Gerard from Bench Odds. Cohen from Animal Farm. Joyride, that's our horse. We might want to change our stable name since we're using this horse for our Dow. But right now it's in the vault, and that's Joyride. We got Stonehaven from Big Brain Stables. We know that stable. And La Bamba from Romp Job Send, whatever that means. All right, we got 1 minute before the drop begins. We got 1 minute before the race begins. I'm used to doing drop streams. My bad. What's up, Marvelous Pax is in the chat. Says stripper club stable names are Donut. No, that would not be a good stripper name. All right, Moat says that now that it's gone live, it's a little bit more tricky for me and him to get matched up whenever the race begins. So I'm going to sit here, Mo, I'm at the race screen for the Vegemite Maiden, and I'm just going to refresh when it says 1 second. Is that what I do?
Yeah, pretty much. Or just say, just let me know when you're refreshing, like refreshing now, and I'll click it too.
We'll do a countdown like a 3, 2, 1. Drew Paris says, is this a blind box? No, you know what horse you're going for. We're going for Joyride. That's the name of our horse. We're hoping to pull off a victory here. This is the first race of this horse's career. All right, guys, let's get ready to go. First race of the live version of Photo Finish Live. All right, Mo, I'm going to refresh in 3, 2, 1. I'm refreshing.
Here we go.
You're good?
All right, horses are at the gate. It's post time here on Photo Finish Live. Should be seeing that Photo Finish Live logo right about now if we're anywhere near synced up. Just checking. Online. And they're racing. And it's Fold who broke well from between horses with Zeppeli down at the rail. And it's Lee Coli in third, followed by Donut. I am hungry. Brigadier Gerard runs along in fifth, followed by Stonehaven in sixth. As they round out the top of the leaderboard here and they pass the wire for the first time. Everybody wave to your current leader out of Animal Farm. That's Fold here at 6-1. Now, right on cue, being challenged here on the outside by Lily Coy and Zeppeli down at the rail. Fold drops back in the third, runs 2 lengths in front of Donut. Then comes Brigadier Gerard. Joyride, the esteemed vault runner here, runs along in 6 at 11-1 as they shoot into the turn. And Lily Coy is the one to catch here, leads by half length over Zeppeli. These two have their own little race. Match race even, and comes Donut, tries to sneak up here. Like a Rolling Stone, advantage from the back of the pack. Fold still there as well. Stonehaven trying to make some moves in tight quarters. But as we make our way to about 10 lengths from back to front, and they're all catching everybody. The Italian's favorite, Zeppeli, leads by 2.5 over Donut. Last time I checked, I always thought Zeppeli was a donut, kind of close at least. But for now, we have a pastry race. Zeppeli now being challenged here with awkward eye contact. Donut goes right on by, doesn't want to mess around. Speaking of not messing around, though, about 7 wide, here comes Alana's Glory. And Alana's Glory with a perfect cut here in the turn. Goes right on by, but Donut will not be denied. And Donut still dunking here as he shoots back and leads by a length. Alana's Glory digs in here and trying to gain with every stride. But as they hit the 8th pole, it's all right because he's saved by the wire. It's going to be Donut winning this one here over Alana's Glory and Cohen.
Shout out to Donut from La Jolla Farms East with the victory there. Alana's Glory got second place, and I saw the second and third place horses were both horses that had 10-1 and 11-1 odds, and our horse Joyride had 10-1 odds, and she did all right. She was at the front of the pack most of the race, but then, man, she fell off at the end. Ended up in 9th place. Maybe that's not the right distance for us. That's what you got to do with your horses on here. You got to run them at different distances and kind of look at their fleet ratings, which we're going to look over. What the heck? I gotta get used to their new website. It used to be beta. And yeah, we're gonna have to maybe try her. And Mo, you've looked at her a little bit. Our horse, what do you think on the performance, and what distance do you think she might be better at?
I had to take it up here. Where the hell did it go?
I guess we won't get to look at it for a while until it shows the results. It's a couple minutes before the results are in, 1 minute and 40 seconds, and then we can look at the fleet figures. And Mustis gives us a rip. You ain't wrong. Did it end up raining or not? Let's see. Condition was good. No, that's what we wanted to. And we ended up out there in like 9th place. But hey, it's a start. Now we know 9 furlongs, not the best distance. Like I said, there was some tough competition in here. A lot of these horses got 3 stars. Donut end up winning, and they have 3 stars, 3 stars, and 2.5. We got 3 stars, 3 stars, and 2. But you can see they got their, where's their Donut at? 2.5 is on their surface, which is turf. And R2 is on firm, so we haven't figured out which one is more important, and we'll be able to figure that out by looking at the results of our races as we go forward. Let's go back and see if they show us the results, and maybe we can take a look a little bit at our fleet figures. We have 40 seconds for the go ahead, Mo.
So I was trying to pull it up here, because I know when we last were streaming, Racer's Edge was shut down. Racer's Edge is back. He reopened it, so it is back. So it's got some good data. Definitely makes life a little bit easier. You can also find some interesting stuff like top 10 average speed, at grade distances, right? So you kind of know, like, hey, this horse is running, better than average speed at 9 furlongs or better than average speed at 12. So it might give you a little bit better idea of where to run the horse too. However, it needs the race, the race data, because I'm not seeing anything for Joyride yet.
Yeah, it says 7 more seconds before the official results are in, and then we can see the race data on that race. We got another race coming up in 9 minutes, the Bamboo Grove Maiden. 6 horses in that race, and it's a maiden race. 10 furlongs, should be interesting. All right, official results should be in. Let's see if we can go to our stable and see our fleet figures. Joyride now is exhausted, can race her again in 24 hours. And there it is. Boom. Ooh. All right, so what it shows us now is what place the horse was in during the race. Early on, she was in 6th. In the middle of the race, she would drop back to 10th. And late in the race, she dropped back to 9th. So maybe more of a 6-7 furlong runner, although I don't know if that necessarily goes with the stats that we see for her. What do you think, Mo?
All right, so a few things here. I want to bring up the ticket. I think we kind of looked at this before we went live a little bit. If you look at the ticket on this horse, man, I honestly think that the way it may look on paper like we ran it too long. This horse has a 3 stam, and it started to make that move again from 10 to 9th. I think we actually got to go like 11. And I think what's going to happen here is that the temper of being a 1, I don't think that was the type of race that horse would run anyway. But I still think it was too short. I think a 3 stamina with that many boosts on the ticket, right? Because we got how many boosts? 20 boosts on that ticket.
20 boosts.
I mean, that horse could very, very easily be running 11-12, you know?
Yeah, she started to come back at the end. She dropped all the way to the back, but then in the last 200 meters, she started to move forward pretty fast.
Yep, exactly. So, you know.
Like the closer, so maybe she's an 11 furlong or 12 furlong closer.
Yep, exactly.
I like it. I like it a lot. All right, we got the Bamboo Grove Maiden coming up. We got some time before that race starts, so we might check out some of the stuff that's going on over there in Louisville, Kentucky, which is right down the road from me, like 10 minutes away. The next race coming up, this maiden race, has a lot of nice horses in it, a bunch of S minuses, so that should be interesting. But let's check out their Twitter real quick. Like we mentioned, they just signed a multi-year deal with Churchill Downs. I was going to check out this right here. It's 4 minutes long, so maybe we won't check out the whole thing. I don't know. What do you think, Mo? Should we watch the Wave 3 News interview they did with Ian?
I mean, we got 6 minutes. Yeah, I mean, if you want to. We got some other stuff we could discuss too, like Cryptoys, my new favorite experiment.
Oh, brother. All right, yeah, let's watch this real quick.
With cash, you can get that all set up on your phone ahead of time. But there's some other fun stuff that you can do on your phone while you're out here at the track.
There absolutely is, and that is where we come to Mr. Ian Cummings, if he's ready for us. Yeah.
Hey, Ian.
Good morning.
Good morning.
To see you all.
So we have Ian. You saw Ian on our air a few weeks ago when they announced this huge news with Churchill Downs. So Ian Cummings is the CEO of Photo Finish Live and Third Time. And Ian, now you are the CEO of the company that hosts the virtual Kentucky Derby. What is the virtual Kentucky Derby? This is fully branded, a partnership with Churchill.
Yeah, so, players out there that maybe have always wanted to own a horse, but maybe you wanted to own one yourself.
That's our dad, chat.
I don't know. How do you get one?
Yeah, millions and millions of dollars if you want a really good one.
Yeah, a lot of care, a lot of money. So that's the angle we are bringing is a virtual horse ownership. And so, in our game now you can win a virtual Kentucky Derby. You don't have to actually come here and try and qualify. You have a virtual version that you can, just race on your phone or on your computer. And so you can see this is a simulation we're running. This is the actual horses in today's real Derby.
Let's see it.
And this looks so real.
Yeah, it's looking pretty good, isn't it?
At first glance, I thought we really were watching a race, but this is simulated. So everything about Photo Finish is very realistic.
Yeah.
Right here. Look at our Churchill Downs.
We try to get everything right, down to the millimeter, right?
You don't have enough empty beer cans in the infield.
No, there's no one running the porta potty
Yeah.
or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the idea here is just, obviously this one's a little bit in progress, so there's some bugs. But
Sure.
regardless, you are seeing that, our engine here can simulate these big fields of 20 horses. And in this case, we are running the real one. But today, all day, and tomorrow, all day, people can walk up with their phone and they're going to just, boop their little phone, and they will have a horse in a race running every 30 minutes here in between the real races. So if you want to own a horse,
Right.
today's the day to come by and hang out. And
So you can come buy a horse, run it in a race. You can bet on the other races that are happening. This virtual Kentucky Derby. Let's just
Sure.
come over here.
Let's come
I love this
Yeah.
as our backdrop right here, because I want folks to see just how lifelike it is. It's no accident that it's lifelike. That is something you have very much focused on with Photo Finish Live. So much so that NBC Sports uses Photo Finish Live simulations to simulate the Derby before it actually happens. How does that process go down?
Yeah, that process has been crazy for the last 2 days because of all the scratches.
Right.
You've been busy. Yeah,
Your engineers have been going.
And as soon as you guys leave, I'm going to be back on it again because the scratch happened last night. But yeah, this race here is actually one of the earlier revisions where I was trying to kind of figure it out. So you can see there's Forte, there's Derma Sotogake. And, we basically try and, work with them to see who they think's going to win. We run our own simulation, who we think's going to win.
Right.
And you end up kind of running a bunch of simulations to see which one is, going to be right. And so it's been a process. We've been working with them for 5+ years now. And, again, you're looking at one that's sort of like, you're getting to see a little bit behind the curtain, all the warts and all, how the sausage is made is what you're seeing here. But yeah, this one is one of the early sims. And I guess you guys could see an early shot of what we thought may happen. This looks like, I don't know, you can see Derma and tap it. That's where we're kind of...
Nice. It's very cool.
So when it's not a Derby simulation and when it's in the virtual game itself, how do you decide who's going to win?
A lot of times we use, actual previous history and past performances to, I worked on Madden football for 10 years. And so there's sort of a similar system. You give attributes and ratings to the horses, just like we used to give, speed ratings to,
Right.
the players in the NFL. And so that's what happens here. We give a lot of attributes under the hood, and then we just throw it at the game and let them figure it out.
Very cool. So you can come check out this tent here in the infield. Photo Finish Live. They'll be here today and tomorrow if you want to come check them out. Should be a really cool thing. So we're going to go ahead and be right back with more Sunrise at the Downs. See you guys in just a minute.
Let's go talk about some marketing. That was pretty nice. And they got something going on in the infield where apparently people can just scan with their phones and they'll be able to run in these little mini races. I guess, is that what's going on, Mo? It's not like they're getting an actual horse and signing up for the game out there. They're just being able to scan it so they can play a little mini game so they can see what the graphics look like, right? I think you're muted, Mo. Mo, where'd you go?
How the hell did I do that? Okay. I don't know what button I hit. Jeez, I'll grab my lighter. Oh yeah, I don't know what the hell they're doing actually. I did record 12 races that they're like showing down there, so I have 50,000 people listening to me.
Those might be the
That's
mini
cool.
races. If so, that's pretty awesome that everybody's gonna be hearing your voice in the infield all day. I wish I was going in there. I've never been to the infield. I've been to Churchill Downs during Derby Week many times. I talk about it all the time. I used to work there on Derby Week, but I never have been to the infield. What's up, Dr. Strain's in the building? Let's go. And I saw in their simulation that Tappet Trice won their little simulator race. And I'm not sure if Tappet Trice is the favorite, but he's not my favorite. I've looked over the horses, and we can look at those too after this race when we have a little bit of time in between races. But the next race, the Bamboo Grove Maiden 10 furlong, is starting in less than a minute, and it's on a sloppy track, so that should be interesting. We got Ivory in the one spot from GVG Genetics. We got Solar Storm from Tutberry Stud. We know Tutberry Stud. We got One Night Stand from GVG Genetics. Sentinel from Big Brain Stables. Gillis from Flamboyant Stables. And your boy Biggie Smalls from Gauchos. I gotta go with Biggie Smalls. It's a cool looking horse too. Look at his. Does he got green hair? How'd they give his horse some green hair? You can design your own silks here for your jockeys on this game, which is really cool. We got Meta Lemon in the chat. What's up, Meta Lemon? Cleaning up the house before I leave. He's on his way, getting ready to go on vacation. It's game time, y'all. Good luck if you're in this race. Mo, I'll let you know when I'm going to refresh.
Okay.
Refreshing in 3, 2, 1, refresher.
Okay, and we're going.
All right, degenerates. We got a sloppy one here for you tonight. Welcome back to Night of the Races. 6-horse field, locked and loaded. And they're off. Thought it was 7 for a minute. Look what happened when I found my lighter. Biggie Smalls breaks well from the outside. Then comes One Night Stand. Ivory tucked in down the rail, followed by Solar Storm. Sentinel rides along here in 5th in the yellow silks, and Aguilas is going to round out the top of the leaderboard here as he's about 10-11 from the lead in the early going as they head out to shoot and onto the main track. Everybody wave to your current leader here as they pass the wire. It's Biggie Smalls. Opening quarter in 25 and change. Biggie Smalls now treks down here in the rain as Solar Storm taps on the brakes and One Night Stand goes right on by to move up in the second. Sentinel's right there now in fourth, looking for some room with Ivory down at the rail, no change there. And Agilis, somebody wake up Agilis, tell him he's racing as we make our way around the turn here, half mile and 51 and change. Biggie Smalls still the one to catch. Another break of 3, that's Sentinel now, moved up in the second in front of Solar Storm. And it's One Night Stand, he's had enough, and he starts to jockey for position here in between horses. Ivory taps on the brakes, back to 5th. Agilis, broken record, still there. About 12 now, back to the front. Still Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls carrying here. We gotta say carrying some weight just with the name alone, but joke's on me. Everybody's running the same weight today here. That's how we do things on Photo Finish. 3/4 and 1/16. You know what that means. It's almost time for the money shot. Round around the far turn they go. Who's gonna win? Nobody knows. But Biggie Smalls is starting to scoot away as he opens up by 6 now over the Calvary. Ivory kicks off the rail now, tries to engage. Sentinel still there down the center of the track. But as we make our way down the home stretch, Biggie Smalls by 4. Sentinel off the rail looking strong, but Ivory's there as well. 8th pole, here we go. And we go into the 100 meters. But hold up, smacking babies at their christening. It's Biggie Smalls going to take this one over Sentinel and Solar Storm. 6-4-2 order finish.
Shout out to Biggie Smalls. I love it when you call me Big Papa from the Gaucho stable. Gets the win. I think it was wire to wire. He ran away with that one. There was a horse coming in at the end, that second place horse, but he was so far ahead, Sentinel could not catch him. All right, let's see what we got next up. I gotta figure out a better way to get to, there we go. I guess if you do actually the old website, beta.photofinish.live, it redirects you to the new website, but for some reason you can't type in the new website name. So, all right, that works. I figured it doesn't reconnect. Oh, there we go.
Oh, there we go.
Sorry, we got disconnected for a second. I don't know what happened there, but we're trying to check out this horse and this Michamello Green. Oh, I think it's just because I got disconnected because now it's erroring. Let me refresh it. It should pop up as an S-. No, actually it's an A-. That's why it was different. My bad, y'all. Do you guys know how often we need to race her? Dane K. Mo, what do you think about Dane K's question on our horse? Should we race her like just during the streams once a week, or should we race her as much as possible so we can get a feel of her? What do you think about that?
I mean, I say we just put her down, put her out of her misery. Sorry, guys.
Just gonna shoot her?
Just rugging it, yeah, just rugging it all. No, I mean, you could race at 2 years old, 3 years old. You can race the horses as long as they're not in the red. So basically, 24 hours, you can race them again. Now, did we do that? No, probably not. I do think early on, though. And again, I don't know. Maybe not something for a public forum, even though we talk about it in a public Discord. You know. We just got to kind of say, hey, you know, who wants to, if everybody chipped in $5, you know, that would buy us X amount of races, right? So 12 races, some shit like that.
True.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's just a matter of like, how often do people want to kick in $5 and keep us going for, you know, a week or two of races? Should we ideally always race on, you know, the night that we coming up here? Mm-hmm. That we stream? Yeah, you know, probably. We should probably actually watch this grade 1.
Yeah, I was going to say that too. The Antiquity Stakes is going off just 1 minute after the Pasadena Club Stakes. So if we watch the Pasadena Club Stakes, we might miss this grade 1 race. And there's 8 horses in this one. It's going to be an interesting one. We'll probably check it out. It's got all the S-tier horses that also was over 5,000 Derby to enter. And yes, these are some of the best horses and best stables in the game. So let's check out the horses in this
keep
race.
This page open. Yeah, keep this page open. We'll watch this one. We got a minute and a half. Yep.
Shout out to Greedy Ones in the chat. He's over there building a Ferrari 812. I'm assuming a Lego Ferrari. He sent me a Lego Aston Martin. I still haven't built it yet. I want to. No, he's like a Lego Pro. I mean, it's just, I opened it and there was so many pieces, bro. There was like 2.5 million pieces. I was like, why are they so small? So I don't know if I'm ever going to get around to that. I'd like to get my kid to do it. All right, let's check out the horses in this grade 1 race before it gets started. We got 1 minute, and we got Natty the Champ in the 1 spot from Derby Dog Stables. We got the Ape or just Ape from Absolute Horsepower, Mill Street from Balthazar Mangers, all these stables that we know from the beta versions. These are the big stables, y'all. Morning Wood, tell me about it. From Pocono Racing, we got Olive Lucy. Oh, I get it like I Love Lucy. Olive Lucy, that's clever. From Pocono as well. Talk Derby to Me from Metaphor Farms. These guys got the best horse names too. They got the best everything. Scott Street is the other horse from Hollywood. And then we got California Love, one of my favorite songs when I was in high school, from SoCal Stables. That makes sense. California Love from SoCal.
California Love.
Don't get it stuck in my head, bro. It's going to now be stuck in my head for the next week. Guaranteed.
Oh, that's the freaking dude. That clavy in that song. Oh, that's the reason why I love West Coast music, to be honest.
That was my jam. All right, guys, it's
God,
race
that'd be
time.
so
Good
good.
luck if you're in it. I'm going to refresh here in a few seconds, Mo. I'll let you know.
Yep.
3, 2, 1, refresh. It's gonna be awkward doing that every time. All right, let me mute myself.
You know what? Maybe chat could help us out. Give us a countdown when Vol's counted out, chat. Let's have some fun with it. It sucks, but, we'll figure it out.
All right, horses are at the gate. It's post time here at a major race. Grade 1 big cojones here on the line. And they're rolling. It's Mill Street going to run out to the lead here along with Natty the Champ. These two go 1-2. And it's California Love here from the extreme outside, joined by Scott Street. Down at the rail, there comes Ape in the White Silks and Talk Derby to Me. Going to round out the leaderboard here as they head out the chute and on to the main track in this 7-furlong left-turning affair on the dirt. Track is fast and smoke is good. It's Derby season, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh, what a time to be alive here. Opening quarter in 23 and change. And Natty the Champ shows the way here by 2. And comes a Mill Street who wants to get over and tucked in with a ground-saving trip. Just happy to stalk the pace, happy to be here. Then comes Scott Street on the outside, runs along third in front of California Love. Talk Derby to Me tries to advance, but here comes Olive Lucy. Olive Lucy now trying to find some room in tight traffic. Half mile and 47 and change, but Natty the Champ yet to be challenged. And right on cue, here comes the doctor. It's California Love. California Love down the center of the track and pokes a nose in front. But Ape is strong down on the inside. He's going to take the lead as these two now battle it on. Mono with Swine. He's shaking it, shaking it. Oh boy, here he goes to the wire. It's going to be California Love. I was trying to think of some song lyrics, but I couldn't come up with any. Over Ape and Scott Street.
Yeah, I was trying to think of some too, but it's been a while. Shout out to
All I
California
could think
Love.
of was the bridge where he's like, bro, shake it, mama, shake it. I'm like,
I can just hear the song in the background, but I can't hear the words. Just that tune. All right, SoCal Stables gets the win over Ape, which was also a good performance. It was a very close race at the end, and Scott Street from Hollywood takes third place in a grade 1 race on Photo Finish Live. Let's see what else we got coming up tonight. Like I said, I got my free horse racing at 8 o'clock. And I was checking to see.
Yeah, we can call those. I actually never call those or even look at them, but we could.
I was wondering if if that race, I don't know which race it is. It was supposed to be at 8 o'clock, I'm pretty sure. Let me go check to make sure that's right. View race. Pick selection at 18 minutes. It's the Silk Maiden. Let me go in here and find the Silk Maiden. An 11 furlong race. It's my horse named Rugpool. Great name for a racehorse. I don't see it on the actual schedule. Maybe I
Wow, so these races entries close 10 minutes before post time. Holy shit.
What are the usual ones close at?
Like 2 hours
Oh,
for the real money stuff. Damn.
seeing if they need to fix this. You can't really see the options here. I'm looking for the free races. I guess I have to get to it from my stable, which is fine. We'll just remember that race starts at 8 o'clock and try to get Mo to call it. I want to hear Mo call my horse Rugpool. All right.
Oh hell yeah! I was actually just informed real quick. I got a man on the street giving us some good data.
What's happening?
Purple Jesus Juiced tuning in here over on my side, telling us that California Love has 3 wins in 4 races.
Ooh, baby.
That horse is, man, at the S level too. That's pretty insane.
Yeah, SoCal Stables was always one of the tough stables. He always had the big horses, but you don't see him on the leaderboard very often during the betas. But when you saw his horses in those races, he was winning them. If we look at the leaderboard now, and we haven't looked at this in a long time now that it's gone live, we see some stables we never seen before, these genetic stables. Do you know anything about these genetic stables? First and second place is HHR Genetics and GVG Genetics.
So HHR Genetics is run. That's David's barn being run by somebody, if I'm not mistaken.
I like their name set up here. They're doing different countries. You got Chile, China, Ecuador, Estonia, Ghana. That's pretty cool. And
Yep.
notice that this is the top stable in the game, and it has one A+ horse. The rest are all A or worse. That's wild.
Yeah, actually, I think people are kind of steering away from S minuses right now, and even like the S horses. And yeah, I was also just informed, which this I did know. Thank you, Purple Jesus. GVG actually is from Zed. He's new from Zed, so yeah, for him to come over and just kind of like jump in the way that he did. I'm assuming it's a he. Sorry.
Why are you assuming? Tell me why. How could you possibly? Well, he does have a guy face on his silks. I'll give you that. They are purple though. All right, and he's got a lot of he or she has a lot of S tiers or Z. What's he, she, or they? I'm sorry. All right, let me see what's the next race that's coming up. They got some nice horses, and that's the number two stable in the game right now. We got the Koi Fish Baden starting in less than 2.5 minutes, and there's a lot of horses in this one. Oh wait, what?
12.5, no?
12.5?
Yeah, in 12.5 minutes. The koi.
Let me find it. I guess it's 2 minutes to pick to bet. Yeah, that's what it is. You got 2 minutes to bet on it if you want to make your pick. So we do got 12 minutes. Good. That gives me time to check out the Derby race and the horses in the Derby race. Mo, have you looked over the Derby horses, or do you ever look at that kind of stuff?
Normally I do. This year, however, because I'm a digital degenerate now, I really actually haven't looked, but we can bring it up. Let's take a look. I know there was a bunch of scratches, according to Ian's information there in the interview.
And one of the horses I
Turkey
liked,
Derby,
Practical Move, was a really good horse that scratched. Yeah, see, the thing is, I guess you got to actually go to the track to get a program to see the numbers. I want to see all their split times and stuff. I don't get to see that, but I did read up on a lot of these horses. Forte is kind of the favorite, but I don't like Forte that much personally. Forte beat, I think it was Mage. Beat Mage, but just by a nose. And Mage is getting better, and I feel like Mage is a better pick than Forte personally. But the long shots I like. There's a couple long shots. There's a couple Japanese horses. One of them is Derma Sotagake, and that's one that you saw when Ian Cummings was doing his interview earlier. And that one's at 8-1, so that's one they expect to do really well. But looking at his history, I don't think he's that great. He just won some little grade 2 race over in the United Arab Emirates. But I do like Mandarin Hero a lot. That's another Japanese horse, and it's 28-1. So if I was doing a long shot, Mandarin Hero would be one, and Hit Show is another one that I like at 36-1. And the not long shot that I like a lot is Angel of Empire. I think Angel of Empire wins it. That's going to be my pick to win it. Angel of Empire won their last race by like 4.5 lengths going away, and this is the Derby race is always a long race, longer than most races. So if he or she that horse won their last race going away, then they should probably do pretty good in this race. We'll see though. Like I said, I can't see the split numbers. If I could see that, I would have a lot better information on which horses to pick. But just going over their backgrounds, those are the ones I like. Do you got a pick for the Derby, Mo?
Yeah, so I'm looking at it right now. Again, this is really the first time, so I'll just give you top to bottom. I love the breed on Hit Show. Candy Ride, I don't know about 1.25 miles. It's kind of long. Justify is interesting out of the 2 horse, because that's actually the last Triple Crown winner. Hard Spun, I normally love Hard Spun horses running in New York. I don't know how they like Churchill too much. Another Candy Ride horse in the 4. Not too keen on that one. Now here's one, Tap It Trice. I love Tap It. Any Tap It horse at 1 mile or longer, just play it, especially if it's a good price. Uncle Mo breed out of the 6. Nope, I don't play Uncle Mo horses. Don't
How can you
care
not
for the
play
breed.
Uncle Mo horses, Mo? Come on.
Just say fuck me, because they fuck me every time.
Let me know what you think about Mage.
What's that?
What do you think about Mage, the 8 horse? After you get to past Reincarnate, that's the 7 horse. But Mage is one I kind of like.
Every year I'm normally surprised by some new breed that I'm like, oh, I'm look back at their bloodline and I don't realize who they're actually from sometimes. Let me actually look at the blood, because I'm primarily a blood blood player.
And
I
another
love
thing, well,
bloodlines.
first of all, the Derby's always hard to pick, but also there was a long
Yeah,
time there,
yeah.
I don't even, 20, 30 years or decades there where the favorite never won the Derby. Then it happened a few times and people don't talk about it anymore, but for a long time, the favorite never won. I would never bet the favorite on the Derby, but lately it has won a couple times.
Yeah, so good magic. Oh shit. That's what I'm saying. That's why you gotta look this up. Why you look these things up. Good magic is out of Curlin. Curlin is actually better than Tap It at a mile or better.
There you go.
Curlin's a great horse. Also on the other side is Hard Spun. I just got them saying I like Hard Spun. Yeah, I mean, listen, this is good blood, especially for the distance, man. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, you can't go wrong with those two with the prices, right? 50 to 1 on Reincarnate. I'd probably have to look at the other side. I like the jockey. I like Castellano. But unfortunately for me, when you start to get down the list here is where my breed starts to really come into play. I love Into Mischief horses. It's like a $250,000 breed. Super expensive. And there's 3 of them in the Derby.
So this
You
is a
got
horse
the-
that these horses were bred from, like these horses' father or these horses' mother?
Correct. The father directly
Okay.
is Into Mischief, and it's $250,000 to get that nut.
Wow.
And on the other side of the 13 is out of Medaglia d'Oro, who I love, but this isn't the grass race, so that horse is 50 to 1, so probably rightfully so. Honestly, if you want to look at a cheap price horse for me, I'm probably looking at Forte out of Violence. I love that horse out of the 15. But he's 3 to 1. Probably not going to play him. But here we go. 18, Rocket Cam out of Into Mischief, 30 to 1. And Cyclone Mischief. I'd probably looking at one of those two, honestly, if I was going to go for a long shot. But I do like your horse, and I like the, I really like the 15. But again, 3 to 1. Looks like he's the borderline favorite. Kind of hard to play that.
What about Angel of Empire? Forte, I think he won. He's only been in 7 races and won 6 of them, so it's hard to bet against him. But like I said, he barely beat
Well, the
Mage
breed.
last time.
Yeah, but the breed, and then you got Todd Pletcher
I saw
as the
Pletcher.
trainer.
Yeah.
Then you got Irad Ortiz as riding. Irad rides usually at like 30-40% a clip. I mean, he's actually running pretty bad right now. He's running at 23% this year. You know, so I mean, that jockey knows how to ride these races. You know.
There you go. I might actually try to put in a bet for the Derby if I can figure out a way to do it safely. I haven't used any of those apps for a long time. What's the app called? That is it? Twin Spires.
Yeah, if you sign up for an account for Twin Spires through the Photo Finish link, you can get like a bonus because they're also an official sponsor
Oh, really?
of Photo Finish. Yeah, so yeah, maybe we could talk. We got 6 minutes still. So the big deal with Churchill Downs, right, doesn't just entail the Kentucky Derby and Churchill Downs. That whole deal, if you look at it with the calling, you know, is basically Twin Spires, Churchill, like all the casinos that, you know, Twin Spires owns and operates. So again, it's very easy for them now to take this game and slap it up on the TV. You know what I mean? To look at that, right? So I don't know, man. It's a lot more than the Churchill deal. There's a lot of different pieces here, man. I'm telling you, I
Trying to check
it
it out
just
the
feels
Twin Spires
weird.
website right now. They got the Oaks Day race up there and everything. Of course, today's Oaks Day, the day before Kentucky Derby. And do you think they'll ever have PFL, Photo Finish Live races on there for people to bet on?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? So the fact that they have that direct partnership easily opens the door for that, you know?
That'd be awesome, honestly.
So, yeah, I mean, if I say it, you know, a month ago, I'd be like, probably not. But right now, I think it's just a matter of when. I mean, imagine Twin Spires is like, you know what? Screw it. We'll cover the liquidity. Come in and play pick 3s. Come in and play pick 6s. You know what I mean? Like, oh, boy.
I'd have a field day. I could start running some exacta boxes and some trifecta boxes, start making some money. All right, let's check it out. We got 4 minutes and 20 seconds before the next race begins. It is another
favorite
maiden
time.
race. 4:20. We got the Koi Fish Maiden. It's a 6 furlong race, so pretty much a sprint. And let's check out the horses in this race. We got Zarkava from Leith Maka Stables. You got Milkshake. Milkshake brings all the boys to the yard from La Jolla Farms. We got Austria from HHR Genetics. We were just checking out that stable, one of the top stables. We got Ride Like Lightning from Star Shoes, Antigua from HHR Genetics. We got Avalanche from Boney Stables, Ace Rothstein from Black 40 Stables. Is this Boney Stables? Is that you, bro? Oh, I guess
Yeah, that's my
never mind.
that's my alter ego.
We got Peloton. Get on your Peloton from Delia Viosa Racing. That's really Italian. We got Ararat from Big Brain Stables. Daverdan from Scuba Doobie Stables. Oh, man. And Aurora Star from Flamboyant Stables. A lot of new stable names that we haven't seen before, which is always good. That means new users are joining. We like to see that.
Oh yeah, and you know, I know there's gonna be a lot of new people maybe come in, watch the VOD, right? So it's good actually. I know we covered some of the free racing stuff. We went over some of the changes, right? But one thing I think people need to really pay attention to here, and this is not financial advice. I mean, I don't know if you still have my horse, the animated thing, but this would be a great time. The crown token, man, is insane. Getting this crown and putting it away right now, I'm already getting back like $20, right? And I've only had it staked away for what, 10 days, 11 days now. Give back like $20. I still have a shit ton that once they open up the whitelist to get it in, I got a bunch more to stake. I'm gonna be getting more from my profile pictures. I'm probably buying a couple $100 more, to be honest. It's crazy, man, because I'm like, you know what? I spent maybe like 100, 150, something like that.
All right, Bo, I got the tracks pulled up. So how do I stake, like you're talking about, how do I stake this crown to be involved in one of these tracks? Is that how it works? I see where it says 214 stakers in the Golden Empire Casino. What's up with that? What does it mean?
Right, so that's 214 people are taking crown, putting it into that track, where every time a race is run there, I think the wagering too. I know it's at least the races that run there. But it says a percentage of derby that flows through each track per season, so I think it does handle wagering. But anyway, you get a kickback. So like I said, for the amount that I've staked away, you know, right now I'm getting back like roughly $20, and it's only been 11 days, you know? So for the investment, I'm bound to get at least over $200. And, you know, if crazy amounts of people come in, I know it sounds like Omi all over again to a certain degree, but it's like, yo, Crown is like 6 cents right now. What happens if it hits $1? And I own like 7,000 of it. Like, all right, I can make some money.
Well, that's all.
You know, but
that's all crypto. So did you pick one of those tracks to stake yours in?
Yeah, so I go third time in Xingmen.
Gotcha.
And whoever has the majority ownership stake, which is why, you know, again, could be something that's involved, you know, maybe with a DAO going in or something. It'd be kind of awkward because I have a lot of stake too on my own. Maybe we do it on a track I don't own. But basically, whoever has majority ownership will be able to do things like, you know, name the track, control cosmetics, you know, set the race schedule, right? Things like that. So,
nice.
You know, or, you know, only have tracks where we call the races, you know, we could lock people in a room like that, you know, not that I don't think we do that anytime soon. But I mean, hey, you know, it's possible. You hold that power if you have majority stake on a track. So there's tons of cool things you can do with it. But I think the crown is super, super underrated. I mean, again, yeah, it's a crypto token, but the kickback and the residual income that I'm seeing already, it's just free racing money. It's free breeding money. It's free everything. Derby every month, at least like $40-$50 right now. Who knows what's going to reach?
Man, that's kind of wild. That's crazy how that works, and I kind of like it a lot. I want to talk about it a little bit more, and I did find the way to look at free races as well. My free race will be coming up in about 10 minutes, but it's time for the Koi Fish Maiden. Good luck if you're in it. Here we go. Mo, I'm refreshing in 2, 1, now.
Okay. All right.
Hey, that's the first time it actually restarted on me, so we may have a little bit of sync there. That was weird. Oh, okay, that's where I'm at. Never mind, we're good. Online. And they're racing here in the Koi Fish Maiden. Ride Like Lightning's going to ride out to the lead. Along front him, then to Avalanche, followed by Peloton, then comes Milkshake in fourth. Iverdan on the outside, followed by 8th, Rothstein. Round out the leaderboard here as they head out to shooting onto the main track. We're heading 6 furlongs, and I got indigestion. Excuse me, opening quarter in 23 and change. Ride Like Lightning opens up by 2 here in the early goings over Avalanche. Pelotone still there on the outside, rides along in third as E3 got their own little match race going. In comes Milkshake, now being passed by Ararat. Ararat comes sweeping with a big move here early, now moves up into second. Diverdan drops back, and Milkshake still there in sixth, hanging tough. But they're all chasing Avalanche about 7 lengths from first to second. Ararat's trying to do what they can, but they're already running out of time as they hit the turn and head for home. Street lights are on. Avalanche by 3, but down the center of the track. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pick a horse, any horse, but Avalanche has trouble as he stumbles here. H. Rothstein goes right on by. Aurora Star there as well as these two going to go to the wire. It's going to be Aurora Star on the outside over H. Rothstein and Diver Dan. 11, 7, 10 order of finish.
Shout out to Aurora Star, gets the victory by Knowz. It was a photo finish here on Photo Finish Live. And let's see what stable that was. It's from Flamboyant Stable, and Ace Rothstein from Black 40 got second place. All right, let's get it loaded up, see what the next race is on tonight's
those
card.
B races sometimes are fun. That was a B plus race.
Is that what that was?
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember now. Yeah, that's what our we're gonna be in those because our horse is a B plus. We got the Dr. Sturdy Restricted Stakes at 8, but I think we're gonna skip that race and not watch it, and instead watch the Silk Maiden free race. Oh no, there's only 3 horses. Entries close in 30 seconds too. Uh-oh, this one might get canceled. I think we need one more horse for it not to get canceled. I might get rug pulled with rug pull. I'm gonna get rug pulled, of course. I named it rug pull. I should expect to get rug pulled. Of course.
Shit. Can I throw my horse in there real quick?
So I
got 20 seconds. It needs 6 to run though, probably. Well, actually, I don't know about these.
Ooh, I don't know.
I got left out.
Yeah, 5, 4, 3, 2.
I can't click the box. No, I can't click it.
No. Canceled.
Oh no, I couldn't click the box, man. Oh.
All right, I don't even know. You might have to have 6 horses for it to race, for it to go off anyway. We only had 3 in there, so that bad boy got canceled, and we would not get to see rug pull race tonight. You know what that means? We got rug pulled with rug pull. I mean, it's what we expected. Shout out to Slab Ravens in the chat. Thanks for hanging out with us. We'll check out the Dr. Sturdy Restricted Stakes instead. It's a 9-furlong race, and there's 11 horses in that one. It goes off in 8 minutes, top of the hour, and we'll check out all the horses in there. Before we do, though, Mo, anything else going on in the Discord for Photo Finish Live?
Oh, my God. Well, everybody has to fear me until Monday. They, because they're away at Kentucky, at the Churchill, they gave us the keys to the castle for a couple days, so everyone must fear me, Roaring Hammy, and Peeb for the next couple days. But I feel like we're fair, and Ryan's there. He's holding it down. But yeah, Discord right now, there's just a lot of new people coming in. Again, we had like a big influx, but yeah, it's just Discord's actually been very, very chill. Now I don't know if it's because the people that might have been complaining are winning, and if that was predetermined to do that, I'm cool with it. But yeah, the Discord is a very good place to be right now. Again, everyone's just kind of excited, man. It's weird, dude. I'm so used to VV. I'm so used to every other project just rugging, bending me over backwards, and just banging me out every freaking night. Dude, this is so weird to see things actually like coming to fruition. You know what I mean? It's so crazy to me.
And they're definitely doing some great marketing right now, getting the word out to the right people there at Churchill Downs. But there's another project that you're really excited about. Since we got a few minutes, I'm only going to give you a few minutes to talk about it because I don't want you to go wild with it. But there's the new Crypt Toys project that's going to be dropping some Star Wars NFTs on the 24th. People just heard about it recently, and everybody's excited about it. I think Mo is also excited about it. What do you think about that? And what do you think it means for Vivi that Star Wars is now pairing up with a different company?
So, getting Star Wars is massive, especially because everyone kind of thought, nah, it's VV, it's VV only, right? Man, we're about to see if first appearance really means shit. Because if these things hit Amazon Marketplace and they go freaking buck wild and VV Darth Vader sits there and just does nothing because he does nothing, dude. This could be massive. This could also be nothing. I mean, I'll be first to admit it. But here's the deal. Star Wars, big. If they ever announce any sort of Disney IP or is coming to this, that is the end of EV as far as I'm concerned. You might as well just sell your shit and move out. That's it.
Well, I mean, Star Wars basically is Disney, so if they got Star Wars, why wouldn't they have Disney?
Star Wars is Disney, but they don't always wrap it together under the same umbrella. It is kind of its own separate entity in that aspect. So I think that they could get away with Star Wars, but they'll be like, you know what? You're not getting Mickey and Minnie. You know what I mean? You're not getting that. Like, that is VV only. If that happens, I mean, that still gives VV a lot of power. But here's the deal. I've been saying it. I want He-Man. Man, and what do we got? Wave 1, Wave 2, Wave 3 of He-Man, bro.
Yeah,
All
but
right,
you
so that's
can't
what I'm
get-
buying.
He-Man's like super rare. It's really hard to get out of the pack, and they don't have a marketplace. I bought a pack today of Wave 1 trying to get He-Man, and I got Evil Lynn or Evelyn. I don't even know who she is. She's some kind of.
Oh, you kidding me?
Do you know who Evelyn is? Or Evil
Yeah, I
Lynn?
know who Evil Lynn is. First of all, put some respect on the Empress. I won't say the Empress. What the hell she is? Like a sorceress's name. Oh yeah, she's like a dark sorceress, bro. I love Evil Lynn. If He-Man was my shit as a kid, man. Oh yeah.
All right, right on. All right, well, I did buy one of those today. I got, like I said,
This is my Star Wars, basically.
I'm sorry.
This is my Star Wars.
He-Man is your Star Wars?
He-Man is my Star Wars. Yeah, it really is. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, I'm all in here. So you got one and you opened it up. You didn't get a He-Man.
I did not get a He-Man. I got an Evelyn. Everybody says, or what I've been hearing is that everybody gets commons, but I don't know if that's true. And I did open it up so I could check out their metaverse. I got it on the screen right now. I was doing this during the live stream earlier today, and I ran it around a little bit. And I mean, they do have a metaverse. It has utility. You can play with it. But like I was saying on the stream, I don't know what you can do in here. There ain't much to do. Now, I did look at their roadmap, and the roadmap says they're going to be adding mini games soon. But that's everybody's favorite word right there. Soon.
All right, but come on, let's be real, Vault. If we're gonna talk shit, let's be real. VV, what, 2 years? Nothing. Cryptoys, day one. Metaverse, run around with your toy. You know what I'm saying? Dude, let me tell you something. They have an opportunity to capitalize on everything that VV messed up. Every single thing. Again, without the license, it's gonna be hard. But I'm telling you, man, if they come up with some game, let's just say, hypothetically, that you collect the Star Wars, blah, 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 blah. Hey, if you own... Again, I'm not a Star Wars guy, so I don't know what the epic battles are, but I'm going to assume that Luke and Darth Vader fought at some point in Star Wars. I'm just going to assume. I'm a betting man. I'd bet money on that. So let's just say if you happen to own these two, you have access to a mini-game map. Almost maybe like a Super Smash Brothers, but it's, sabers, and you're having, melee saber wars and battles and shit. Maybe there's a leaderboard. People love leaderboards, I'm telling you, man. If day one, you're running around on the computer with your NFT. Okay? That to me is just like, man, and I watched that whole stream yesterday with them on YouTube. I know you told me to keep this short, and I will. But, dude, the vibe from that team, awesome. Love it. Love every single one of them. I've never liked Dan. I've never liked David. I've never liked any of those clowns. I just like the IP that they had. That's it. So
You
yeah,
don't like David
all
Yu?
these things.
Bro, are you telling
Nope.
me you don't like David Yu? Because that's
Never liked.
blasphemy.
Nope. Never liked. Nope. I look at him. I just see someone who's trying to scam the world. That's all I see. I don't see a true collector.
David Yu
I don't
is
see any
a
of that.
scammer. He's like the nicest dude in America. Hold on, let me
Nah,
check the
he's
chat
just-
real quick. Well, not in America, I guess. Roy Miller says the infield at the Kentucky Derby is a drunken party. Lots of college and early 20s people. Oh, so nothing's changed then. Yeah, that's how it always is. DDOC says, is it gamified? It is kind of gamified. If you look at me running my character around in that little metaverse. However, there are no mini games yet. They said those are coming soon. And if you have mini games that you can play against other players in that metaverse, then I think that's a big step up from what Vivi has to offer at this point. But they, of course, are planning on doing the same thing. And both of them say soon. So it's not like, I don't know how far ahead of the game Cryptoys actually is. Denny says, I was an 80s Herman. Oh, sorry, He-Man. I thought you were a Pee Wee
Wait a
Herman
second.
fan.
Wait a second. Before you read the chat, you're gonna tell me that bullshit exposition that they had of the VV-verse is better than what you did on stream today?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing.
You can't even control your own NFT when you're running around the VV-verse. You're controlling some stupid-looking guy.
Yeah, so I guess that's true, but at this point, you're just literally running around in a blank space. How is that better
At
than
this point, on day one, you're running around a blank space
And at
as
this
the
point
NFT
on
that you
the
bought.
VV-verse, at this point, you can't run around with your NFTs at this point. So I mean,
You can't even get into it. It doesn't even exist. It's not even a thing. It's like a myth. It's a freaking unicorn.
It exists. You just can't get into it. All right, it's very exclusive. You have to work for VB to get in. But eventually, hashtag soon, we're all going to be in the VB-verse, including Mo, whether he wants to admit it or not. But before we go on, Mo, we got to get this race started. We got 1 minute before the Dr. Sturdy Restricted Stakes begins. Let's check out the horses in this race, if I can get through them in time.
Now I'm about to have a stroke.
I can tell. I'm trying to calm you down. We got In My Plums from La Jolla Farms. We got Under the Stars from Trailblazer Racing. Hypnotic, one of my favorite drinks from Big Brain Stables. Eat Dust from Stable 33. The Mandarin from Glue Factory 3.0. We got Astronomy from Stable 33. She's a Keeper from Leet Racing. Fud Buddy, that must be one of your friends, Mo, from Leet Racing. We got Stanky Leg. That's going to be my favorite right there, from Thoroughly Brad. We got Please Baby Please from Trailblazers Racing, and Running Wild, also from Trailblazer Racing. I was checking to see if any of these horses are carrying any extra weight. I haven't seen any races yet where they're carrying extra weight, so maybe that's just the handicaps.
Yeah, you won't really find it in the restricted stakes, so this is just A-minuses only.
Gotcha.
You're going to find those in handicaps and, yeah, stuff like that.
What's up, Smart Buy? Good morning, my man. Good luck if you're in this race. Mo, I'm refreshing in right now.
Hey.
No countdown this time.
That's all right. Bum, 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 bum.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, whatever you identify as, of all ages, Leavenworth Field, indicate. And they're off and running here in the Dr. Sturdy Restricted Stakes. And it's She's a Keeper who runs out to the lead along with Please, Baby, Please. Sounds like me on every other Friday night, but on this Friday night, we're here calling the races. Up for third, that's Fud Buddy, then it's In My Plums down at the rail. Running Wild here on the outside, and it's Hypnotic. Gonna track along here in sixth as they pass the wire for the first time. Everybody wave to your current leader. It's Please, Baby, Please. Old Sway here by a length and a half, then comes She's a Keeper. Another break of two, that's In My Plums, trying to move up here, up in the third, and Fud Buddy in fourth. In tight traffic here, clicking heels maybe, that's Running Wild. And Under the Stars, trying to find some ground here off the rail. As they head around the turn in this 9 furlong affair, half mile and 49 and change. And it's Please Baby Please now being engaged by She's a Keeper. And She's a Keeper says, enough of this, and goes right to the lead. Now it's She's a Keeper, her race to be. She's a Keeper by 2, then it's Please Baby Please. Another break of 3, In My Plums with yet another advance, but has yet to capitalize. Fud Buddy on the outside shoulder, then Running Wild as these three trek. But it's starting to get away from him here as She's a Keeper has taken this whole race now on her own shoulders, 3/4 and 114. And it's She's a Keeper into the far turn. Kicks clear by a country mile. Fud Buddy looks to get going here, but they're running out of real estate. Running Wild there as well. She's a Keeper by 4. And here we go now into the final stretch. She's a Keeper. Down, it's Hypnotic. Holy crap, what a firecracker out of his ass. It's Hypnotic to the lead. Hypnotic by 2. She's a Keeper. Fud Buddy trying to battle on here, but it's going to be Hypnotic. Going to take home the Dr. Sturdy Restricted Stakes over Fud Buddy and Running Wild.
Shout out to Big Brain Stables, gets the win. Another close win. Another close race. Hypnotic takes first, and Mo's best friend, the Fud Buddy, takes second. Why are they running clockwise? Some of the races run to the left, and some of the races run to the right. And each horse has a preference if it prefers to run to the left or to the right. So if you have a horse that likes to run left, you always run it in those left turning races. If you have a horse that likes to run right, then you run it in the right turning races. All right, we got some more races going down tonight. We got the Central Trophy that starts at 8:30, but there's only 2 horses entered, so I think that one is getting canceled. And then, that's at 8:30. It's a whiles away. Let's see. Oh, yeah, so we don't have another race until like 8:40, Mo. This might be the end of the night. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. What's up with chat? Chat, how we feeling? Chat, this is, if anybody's new in chat or has any questions, shout out to Sly Raven popping in. I think she's been new in the Discord, so it's cool to see her pop over. What's up, Raven?
Yeah, anybody who
But
has
yeah,
any questions, we can go through and look at some of the horse preferences, look at the fleet figures, look at take some analysis on some of the races that we watched to see which horse won and why it won by looking into its stats. Shout out to the biggest bro is here, says if VV came out with 40 gem mighties, I mean, I've seen that a lot too. That's a good point too, because the Cryptoys NFTs look a lot like Marvel mighties, and if VV dropped a Darth Vader Marvel mighty looking NFT for 40 gems, everybody would be like, no, thank you. But now that
if
they're
I
on
could control them,
Cryptoys,
run around, and play like some sort of mini games, yeah, you bet your ass, I'd buy that shit for $40.
plus
Get out of here.
I love the way they do their packaging, where you can just keep it in the package, and the
That's
packaging's really cool.
exactly. Yep, that 100%. Every NFT needs to have that. 100%.
Roy says, I never knew horses ran to the left, never seen it before, but I've only been to the races in Kentucky. Where you from, Rory? That's the only place I go to the races too, Churchill Downs. And Churchill Downs, they definitely run to the right on every race. Absolutely. Do they actually run to the left on any races in real life, Mo?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, they tracks run both directions. I mean, American racing typically does run. Well, are we talking right to left, or like the Kentucky Derby runs? Or are we talking left to right?
Left to right. Left to right, but not right to... I've never seen a horse at Churchill Downs, and I've been to a lot of races at Churchill Downs. I've never seen a race going right to left at Churchill Downs.
No, you only find, like I said, they run the other way overseas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like for instance, I play Australia at night.
Oh.
And Australia, they run the other way majority of the time. There's a few tracks though, like there's actually a track, there's a Belmont track in Australia. And they run the same direction as American tracks. Because like I said, majority of the other tracks over there run the opposite way. Rory wants to know how cheap can you buy a horse?
They got a really nice feature here on their website where you can go to the Gen O tickets and check out tickets that you can buy that are actually the NFTs that are on Magic Eden, the Solana blockchain. You can purchase those tickets and you can cash those in, and you'll get that horse and you'll get to race it. Or you can go to the marketplace and you can buy horses in the marketplace for your derby. Now the derby is not 1-to-1, so it's kind of hard to do the math. I haven't got used to it yet, but I'm sure you can filter this to the lowest price, or maybe not filter, but here we go. Let's go price lowest to highest. You got a B plus here that is going for 10,000 derby. So what is that, $800, Mo? What's 10,000 derby?
Yeah, so it's 80 for $1, right? So yeah, it's 810, 8,000 is 100 basically. That's kind of how I just break it down. $100 is 8K.
So that's 800, and that's a little more. That's actually a lot more expensive than some of these Gen Zero tickets. So I'd probably go with the Gen Zero ticket. This is a B plus coat, which means you can't breed it, and you can see the preferences are not very good on it. So I think that's way overpriced compared to some of these. If you go into the Gen O tickets, I always look for the fillies. I guess we don't have to do that. Let me change it this way up. Some people might want to pick up a coat just to race it, but we always pick up fillies as Gen Zero horses because you can breed the fillies, and if you do, you get to keep the offspring. But if you have a colt and you breed it, you just get the money that they pay you to breed. You don't get to keep the offspring. Man, there's a horse here with 45 siblings.
Huh.
Jeez.
So you remember, like back in the day, people used to sit there like late night, and you're like, oh man, I'm so bored. I'm watching like infomercials, and you turn around, and next thing you know, you have like crazy amounts of toasters and all sorts of weird shit you have no use for.
I mean,
so that's me.
Yeah.
That's me on Photo Finish lately. I've had some degenerate success with slots and all sorts of weird shit, and I get bored of slots. So I usually don't keep money in there. I'll just cash it out. I sent you my late night purchase from last night, which so far I regret. But the stats on that thing, however, kind of like raised my eyebrows for the price. I was like, huh.
This
you
is
know
your
what?
horse Jet, and it's jet black.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. So, like I said, you know, it's got good stats, man. It's it's got a zero stamp. So I was just kind of trying to get something that had, you know, quickness out the gate, but it's got like 3 start, 3 speed, no stamina, 3 close, or I think it's 2 close, or finish, or whatever the hell they call it.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah,
I got out its first race at 4th position, then it moved back a little to 6th position. So maybe you're planning on running it at smaller distance, shorter distances next.
Yeah, I ran at 7 because again I'm a degenerate and I can't just have Derby in my account. I have to spend it every freaking time I can. I was like, I could not run them for 2 days, like tomorrow. But there's a race going off tomorrow at the exact same time that race ran. So I should be able to clear the 24-hour thing at that point. And I think it's a 5 for a long race. So yeah, I'm gonna drop him back. I'll drop him, her, yeah, him.
Oh, I went off screen to get some coffee and I went blurry. It always happens. What's up, Rory? He's from Western Kentucky, so you're close to me. I'm from Southern Indiana. I'm right across the river from Louisville. He says, in Australia, they run the wrong way, just like water in the toilet. Literally, that's the first thing I thought of when Mo said that. I didn't say it out loud. I would have if I had a break and a chance, but that is literally what I thought of. All right, let me get the blur away. All right, I don't think it's going anywhere. I'm just going to be blurry for now. All right, Mo.
All good.
I think it might be. I was wondering if you're going to be busy tomorrow during Derby time. I don't know exactly what time the Derby race goes off. Is it like 3 p.m. or 5 p.m.? And I don't know. Maybe we could go live during the Derby race.
Yeah, let me know. Like I said, I've been live. If I'm awake, I'm pretty much live on Kick and Twitch. So yeah, if you're around, man, just hit me up. I'll be chilling. I actually may. Now you can't do it here on YouTube, but over there on Kick, it's like the Wild Wild West, where we could just pull up the old Kentucky Derby on NBC and watch it live, and I might just call the damn thing on my own and say, screw it. Nail me with a DMCA violation, mother fluffers. You know what I'm saying?
You could just put that on live on Kick and they don't do nothing. You could just put like an NBA game live on there.
Yep, they don't. I mean, if you constantly did it, I'm sure, someone would probably report your ass or might get out, but I mean, there were people that watched the damn Super Bowl on there. All it did was just bring more people to Kick. There's no such thing as bad publicity. If you're not killing somebody and raping somebody, there ain't no such thing as bad publicity in this world, man. So, yeah. So I might just do that tomorrow. But yeah, if you want to get together and kick it, man, I'll be around.
Yeah, it says the Derby scheduled post time is actually 6:57 p.m. I can't believe it's that late, but apparently it doesn't go off until around 7 p.m. So if you do want to do that, hit me up. I'll probably be down to do that for sure. It's a Saturday, so I won't be doing much. And if you guys in the chat want to hang out with us, then maybe click the notifications button or just come on by around Derby time. Oh, there I am. And me and Mo will probably be live doing a little photo finish live racing and watching the Derby possibly over on Mo's Kick. Maybe if Mo's streaming on Kick and streaming with me at the same time, and then I take my browser and I go to Kick and I'm watching Mo as he's on.
Oh, now you're a React. Yeah, now you're a React Andy streamer, so you might actually be able to pull that off.
All right, we might give that a try. I don't care if they throw me off. Shout out to Gritty One says the Knicks Heat is at 3:30 p.m. Is that tomorrow? Yeah. I saw the
oh shit, that's
Lakers
right. Yeah,
got their butts kicked by the Warriors last night, but I don't know. They might have a chance of pulling. That's the series I'm keeping my eye on. Although Celtics is my team this year. All right, guys. Mo, I think it's about time to end the stream because we don't have another race for over 30 minutes.
Yeah, that's cool. It was good to get back together, man. At least get some action in, see some people in chat over here on the YouTubes. And yeah, like I said, if you guys looking for action during the day, I'm gonna call it here over on Kick in a few minutes as well, because again, no race at the call, so really, what am I gonna do? But yeah, like I said, early tomorrow. I usually do it seriously early. I'm like noon, 1 o'clock sometimes. So, and you Vault, man, if you're around chilling, if you got the time, come on over and we'll get it cracking.
Yeah, Saturdays are good for me, so I need to get your Kick channel link so I can add it to my description because I don't have that yet. So you guys might want to check out Mo on his Twitter page at Mo Knowz with a Z so you can find out the link to get to his Kick page because he's going to be streaming races over there. Shout out to the biggest bros in the chat. Rory says, how often do they do these races? Every Friday or more rare? No, they race every day, all day. Me and Mo just go live on Fridays. We used to go live on Saturdays. Now we're doing Friday night live streams at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but the race schedule itself, look, you can see they got races going on all the time. And now they don't always fill up, and I think if there's less than 4 horses, the race gets canceled. But you can see there's a couple here that already have...
It's 6 now.
Oh, is it 6 now?
Yeah, it's 6 during live, yeah, so it's even crazier.
Yeah, but these still have a lot of time to enter, so they might get filled up. But yeah, if you're interested in getting into the game, like I said, you can buy the horse tickets on Magic Eden. You can go through with this feature, the Gen O tickets feature, to find out which one to buy. And if you need help, you can come to my Discord server. We have a Photo Finish Live channel down here. This is the general chat, but if you scroll down a little bit under NFT projects, you'll see Photo Finish Live. And we always talk in here. We get together with our DAO. If you're interested in buying a horse with us, maybe you can get in there and work something out with that as well. All right, guys. Hopefully and probably we'll be back live again at least next Friday and maybe even tomorrow for the Derby. So keep your eyes open for that. Shout out to Mo. Great calling on the races as usual. Appreciate you being on the stream with me, bro.
Yeah, brother, it was good. It was good to get back in the saddle, as they say, right here on the track.
We're back, baby. All right, have a great night. Later.
Later, chat.